The top 10 most epic road trips in Australia. Welcome to Oz Escapes, your ultimate guide to Australia's greatest journeys. In this video, we're hitting the open road to uncover the most epic road trips across the country. Across this vast and untamed land, adventure waits at every turn. From windswept coastal cliffs and ancient rainforests to endless deserts, vibrant reefs, and towering mountain ranges, Australia's landscapes are as diverse as they are breathtaking. The open roads stretch across rugged outback plains, trace the edges of turquoise shores, and weave through forests older than time itself. Along the way, you'll meet local characters, encounter unique wildlife, and experience the deep cultural spirit that makes Australia unlike anywhere else on Earth. Whether it's chasing sunsets, discovering hidden beaches, or exploring remote wilderness tracks, every journey here promises a story worth telling. These are Australia's most unforgettable road trips, packed with natural wonders, hidden gems, and pure adventure. So buckle up, the ultimate Aussie road trip starts right now. Number 10. The Grand Pacific Drive. Stretching from the southern fringes of Sydney to the rolling vineyards of Shoalhaven, the Grand Pacific Drive is a 140-kilometre coastal route where rainforest meets sea and every curve reveals a fresh dose of natural drama. This is one of Australia's most accessible and diverse road trips, perfect for travellers wanting to swap the city skyline for cliffside vistas, surf towns, and seaside adventures, all within a few hours of the Harbour Bridge. Departing Sydney, the Grand Pacific Drive begins at the Royal National Park, the oldest national park in Australia, and quickly dives into wilderness. Towering eucalypts, fern-filled gullies, and sweeping coastal views frame the winding descent down to the sea via Lawrence Hargrave Drive. Before that descent, take a detour to Wattamolla Beach, a sheltered lagoon and waterfall-fed swimming hole that feels worlds away from the road. It's a great spot for a swim, a picnic, or simply soaking up the stillness before the journey kicks into gear. For more adventurous travelers, the nearby trail to the Figure 8 pools offers a spectacular payoff, naturally formed rock pools set against a dramatic ocean backdrop, accessible only at low tide. A quick stop at Garry Beach then delivers a wild and windswept slice of the Pacific, ideal for a morning surf or coastal walk before the journey continues south. Just minutes later, the road opens up to the sky at Bald Hill Lookout, a launch point for hang gliders and one of the most panoramic spots on the route. The sweeping view over Stanwell Park and the curve of Stanwell Beach below is truly unforgettable, with the shimmering Pacific stretching to the horizon. From here, the road glides into its most iconic stretch, Seacliff Bridge. Built in 2005 to replace a crumbling cliffside route, this 665-metre bridge sweeps elegantly above the ocean, hugging the coast with nothing but blue sea below. It's a must-see moment, whether you're behind the wheel, strolling the pedestrian path, or capturing it from the air. As you cross the Seacliff Bridge, the road winds through Coaldale and Ostermere, each offering golden beaches, ocean baths, and calm rock pools ideal for a salty swim. Then it's on to Thirroul, where the pace slows into classic coastal New South Wales, where surfboards lean on porches and brunch is best taken with a sea breeze. Back on the road, the drive rolls into Wollongong, a vibrant coastal city where beach culture and urban energy blend effortlessly. Take a walk along the Blue Mile beside North Wollongong Beach, explore the foreshore precinct lined with cafes, or visit the historic Wollongong Breakwater Lighthouse for sweeping ocean views framed by distant escarpments. Wollongong also serves as a cultural hub, with art galleries, waterfront dining, and weekend markets, adding extra flavour to this seaside stop. Continuing south, the road skirts the industrial edge of Port Kembla, where wide skies and open beaches create the perfect setting for a sunset. Soon after, it wraps around the edge of Lake Illawarra, a broad, shallow estuary known for its calm waters and rich bird life. Here, locals and visitors alike enjoy kayaking, paddleboarding, and stand-up fishing, with leafy cycleways and lakeside parks lining the shore. As you cross the Windang Bridge, sweeping views open up on both sides, connecting lake to sea and offering a stunning preview of the coastal landscape that lies ahead. To the east, Windang Island rises just offshore, reachable at low tide for those keen on a short walk with uninterrupted views back toward the escarpment. The journey continues into Shellharbour, where the buzzing marina precinct brings a contemporary vibe to this laid-back stretch of coast. Waterfront dining, boutique shops, and breezy boardwalks offer a fresh contrast to the wilderness just past. Just beyond, Bass Point Reserve provides one of the drive's most adventurous detours, a protected marine sanctuary with rugged walking trails, vibrant snorkeling reefs, and historic shipwreck dive sites for those ready to explore beneath the surface. Turning inland briefly, the road winds through lush countryside dotted with dairy farms and rolling green hills, tracing the tranquil Minamurra River through fertile valleys and quiet wetlands. This peaceful waterway is popular for kayaking and birdwatching, offering a change of pace before the journey returns to the coast. Back near the water, Rangoon Island sits quietly at the river mouth, a rocky outcrop revealed at low tide and rich in birdlife. Just south, Killalea Beach, also known as The Farm, offers a protected surf break backed by grassy headlands and coastal bushland, perfect for a picnic or a barefoot walk along the shore. Back on the coastal route, the drive reaches Kiama, home to one of the world's largest blowholes. Formed over 260 million years ago by basalt lava flows meeting the sea, the Kiama blowhole can blast seawater up to 30 meters high during heavy swells. One of the standout walking experiences along the route is the Kiama Coastal Walk, a stunning 20-kilometer trail tracing the shoreline from Minamurra to Gerringong. It winds past dramatic headlands, secluded coves, sea-carved cliffs, and green pastures that roll right to the ocean's edge. Along the way, look out for cathedral rocks at Kiama Downs, often dotted with cormorants drying their wings in the sun. Whether you tackle a short section or the full trail, it's one of the best ways to immerse yourself in the natural rhythm of the south coast. From here, the road continues to Gerringong, a postcard-perfect hilltop village where green pastures tumble toward the sea and surf breaks crash below rugged cliffs. Countryside charm meets coastal energy here, with boutique cafes, scenic lookouts, and a relaxed pace that invites you to linger. Just down the hill, Wherry Beach curves along the edge of town, drawing surfers with its reliable waves and offering swimmers a calm spot to cool off. Its long, sandy stretch and rocky headlands make it one of the most picturesque beaches along the drive. Then it's on to Jiroa, where the hills descend into 7 Mile Beach, a vast arc of sand backed by forest and shaped by wind, waves, and time. It's a place for sunrise walks, kite surfing, or simply standing still in the salty breeze. Just beyond, Shoalhaven Heads marks a peaceful final stop, where the Shoalhaven River meets the sea. Fringed by wetlands and dunes, this quiet village is perfect for beach strolls, riverside fishing, or soaking up views from nearby Coolangatta Mountain. If you're tempted to keep going, a short drive further south leads to Jarvis Bay, where the coastline takes a final, breathtaking turn. Here, Hyams Beach steals the show, famous for having some of the whitest sand on earth and water, so clear it glows in the sunlight. It's the perfect place to reflect on the Grand Pacific Drive, a journey that begins just beyond the city skyline and winds through sea cliffs, surf towns, and coastal forests. From bridges that float above the waves to beaches that seem untouched by time, every stop tells a story. It's not just a drive, it's a memory-making road trip through some of the most scenic and soul-stirring landscapes in New South Wales. Number 9. The Great Eastern Drive. Stretching 176 kilometres from the charming coastal town of Orford to the pristine landscapes of St Helens, Tasmania's Great Eastern Drive unfolds like a dream. This journey begins with a scenic drive past rolling vineyards and ocean vistas, where the air is crisp with the scent of the sea. Just offshore, Maria Island beckons as an early detour, accessible only by ferry and teeming with wildlife, from wombats grazing near convict ruins to rare Tasmanian devils. The fossil cliffs and painted cliffs reveal millions of years of history in their striking formations, making this island a nature lover's paradise. For those eager to immerse themselves, the Maria Island Walk offers a world-class multi-day trek, weaving through coastal woodlands, white sand beaches, and rugged cliffs. With small groups and expert guides, the journey blends breathtaking hikes with gourmet Tasmanian cuisine and luxury wilderness camps, creating an unforgettable way to experience this UNESCO-listed treasure. Back on the mainland, Little Swanport invites travellers to Boomer Creek Vineyard, a hidden gem offering boutique wines with sweeping ocean views, making for an unforgettable tasting experience. Further along, Milton Vineyard invites visitors to savour Tasmania's renowned Pinot Noir, perfectly paired with local cheeses and a tranquil vineyard setting. For those seeking wine with a view, Devil's Corner is a must-visit, featuring a striking lookout over Great Oyster Bay and the Hazards mountain range, alongside tastings of its acclaimed Pinot and Chardonnay. To fully embrace the flavors of the region, the Long Lunch Company offers a curated food and wine tour, guiding guests through the best wineries and gourmet stops along the coast. Continuing north, the road leads to Fraser National Park, where pink-hued granite peaks rise above the coastline. At its heart lies the breathtaking Wineglass Bay, a crescent of soft white sand and brilliant turquoise waters framed by the hazards. The best way to take in this natural wonder is by hiking to the Wineglass Bay Lookout, where a short but steep climb rewards travelers with sweeping panoramic views, while descending to the beach offers a secluded escape. Explore on foot with the Fraser Walking Tour, a guided trek revealing secret coves, endemic wildlife, and rich Aboriginal history. For an even greater adventure, Wineglass Bay Cruises provides a unique perspective from the water, gliding past towering sea cliffs, hidden caves, and playful marine life, including dolphins, seals, and migrating whales. Just outside the park, Coles Bay is the gateway to Fraser stunning wilderness. This laid-back coastal town offers boutique accommodations and charming cafes, making it a perfect stop for travelers looking to unwind before continuing north. With its calm waters and a spectacular backdrop of the hazards, it's an ideal base for kayaking adventures and boat tours, allowing visitors to explore the region at a relaxed pace. Whether enjoying a picnic on the shore or simply soaking in the breathtaking views, Coles Bay captures the essence of coastal serenity. Seafood lovers shouldn't miss the Fraser Oyster Farm, where they can wade into the pristine waters, shuck oysters straight from the lease, and taste the freshest shellfish imaginable while learning about the region's thriving aquaculture industry. Further along, Bicheno is a coastal gem where the nightly penguin parade is a heartwarming spectacle as little penguins waddle ashore at dusk. This vibrant seaside town is also home to East Coast Nature World, a sanctuary where visitors can see Tasmanian devils, quolls, and echidnas up close while learning about vital conservation efforts. After exploring, the Lobster Shack is the go-to spot for freshly caught crayfish and seafood straight from the ocean, a must-visit for those craving an authentic taste of Tasmania's waters. As the journey nears its final stretch, the Bay of Fires emerges like a painter's masterpiece, where fiery orange lichen-covered boulders glow against some of the clearest waters in the world. This remote paradise offers endless opportunities for adventure, from swimming in hidden rock pools to hiking along untouched coastal trails. The beaches stretch for over 50 kilometers, inviting travelers to explore secluded coves, paddle in crystal-clear lagoons, or take in the surreal colors at sunrise and sunset. Finally, the road leads to St. Helens, Tasmania's game fishing capital, where the journey ends with a deep-sea adventure or a quiet moment by the water. Whether indulging in gourmet food, hiking to breathtaking lookouts, or simply soaking in the coastal serenity, the Great Eastern Drive is an unforgettable escape into Tasmania's raw beauty. Number 8. The Coral Coast Highway. Stretching more than 1,200 kilometers from Exmouth to Cervantes, the Coral Coast Highway is one of Australia's most underrated road trips, where the Indian Ocean meets red desert, ancient reefs thrive just offshore, and otherworldly landscapes unfold at every turn. Far from the crowds, this coastal route promises raw, unfiltered adventure. From swimming with the world's largest fish to walking among limestone spires, every stop feels like a different planet, welcoming travelers into a world where nature writes the story, and you're invited to turn every page. Your road trip begins in Exmouth, a remote outpost at the northern tip of Manila-Exmouth Road, and the gateway to some of Western Australia's most extraordinary landscapes. Just minutes from town, Charles Knife Canyon offers one of WA's most jaw-dropping sunrise views. The winding road climbs along razor-edged cliffs, revealing sweeping vistas over deep valleys and out to the Exmouth Gulf. Formed by ancient tectonic shifts, the canyon reveals layers of uplifted seabed carved over millions of years. Just down the coast, Ningaloo Reef is one of the only places on Earth where you can step straight off the beach and into a world-class coral reef. Stretching over 300 kilometers along Western Australia's Coral Coast, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is best known for offering the chance to swim alongside whale sharks, gentle giants that glide through the reef's warm waters between March and July. At up to 12 meters long, these majestic creatures make Ningaloo one of the most accessible and unforgettable places in the world for open ocean encounters. But the magic doesn't stop there. Turquoise Bay invites you to drift snorkel above coral gardens just meters from shore, while manta rays, turtles, and even humpback whales add to the spectacle as the seasons shift. With calm waters, vibrant marine life, and front-row access to the ocean's largest fish, Ningaloo delivers the kind of reef experience most travelers only dream about. Southbound along the sealed highway to Coral Bay, the mood shifts to ultra-relaxed. This tiny settlement is all reef, all the time, with daily drift snorkels, turtle sightings, and just offshore, the Mildura wreck, an iron-hulled steamer wrecked by a cyclone in 1907. Rejoining Northwest Coastal Highway south of Manila, the drive cuts inland toward the Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Near Hamlin Pool, a wooden boardwalk leads over living stromatolites, 3.5 billion-year-old microbial structures that offer a rare look at early Earth life. The turn-off toward Denham leads into Shark Bay, where Big and Little Lagoons' glassy turquoise water is perfect for peaceful shoreline swims. A little further on, Monkey Mia offers unforgettable mornings as wild dolphins arrive in the shallows, often just meters away, protected and carefully managed to keep the experience natural and respectful. Returning to Northwest Coastal Highway, the landscape begins to shift again as you follow the coast toward the Kalbarri National Park. Here, the Murchison River has carved deep gorges into the red rock, revealing 400 million years of geological history. Nature's window frames a picture-perfect view of the canyon below, while the Kalbarri Skywalk takes things up a notch with two dramatic platforms suspended 100 meters above the river. Back in town, Red Bluff offers rugged ocean views and epic sunsets, while pelicans gather each morning along the foreshore in a charming local ritual. Continuing south past the farming towns of Northampton and Binu, Geraldton signals a return via Port Gregory Road, leading to one of the most surreal sights on the Coral Coast, Hutt Lagoon. This pink lake gets its hue from algae rich in beta-carotene, changing tone throughout the day from bubblegum pink to deep red. It's spectacular from the roadside, but even more so from the air. Back on the highway, you reach Jurien Bay. With calm aquamarine waters and a relaxed vibe, it's the perfect place for a swim or snorkel. Then, it's the final stretch south to Cervantes, where Indian Ocean Drive leads to one of Western Australia's most iconic sites, the Pinnacles Desert in Nambung National Park. Thousands of limestone spires rise from golden sands, formed from ancient seashells compacted and eroded over millennia. At dawn and dusk, long shadows stretch across the desert floor, transforming the landscape into a surreal and unforgettable scene. From canyon sunrises and ancient coral reefs to fossil beaches and alien-like desert landscapes, the Coral Coast Highway delivers one of Australia's most diverse and awe-inspiring road trips. Whether you're snorkeling at Ningaloo, paddling through Shark Bay's lagoons, or walking among the pinnacles at Golden Hour, every kilometre reveals a new chapter in Western Australia's wild, timeless story, one that's best experienced with the windows down and the road stretching far ahead. Number 7. The Southwest Edge. Stretching from Perth to Esperance over 1,200 kilometres of stunning coastline and ancient wilderness, the Southwest Edge is one of Australia's most epic road trips, where every region offers something different, yet unmistakably West Australian. This immersive journey combines dramatic seascapes, world-class wine country, towering forests, and one-of-a-kind wildlife encounters, all stitched together by open roads, quiet bays, and stories older than time. It's a route that winds through biodiversity hotspots, geological wonders, and coastal towns that feel like hidden sanctuaries, perfect for travelers who want to slow down and experience nature at its rawest and most rewarding. Departing from Perth, the first coastal stretch hugs the Indian Ocean southward, offering a relaxing transition from city to coast. The first stop, Mandurah, is known for its winding canals, waterfront dining, and thriving art scene. A cruise through the Mandurah estuary often includes sightings of resident bottlenose dolphins, while the Mandurah foreshore invites a peaceful walk beside grassy parks and sandy inlets. Not far from the highway, Preston Beach in Yalgarup National Park offers a quieter coastal escape backed by dune systems and wetlands, ideal for fishing, beachcombing, or simply enjoying the solitude. Lake Hayward, one of the park's chain of salt lakes, adds a striking contrast. Its shallow, shimmering surface is surrounded by paperbarks and seasonal wildflowers. Continuing south, Bunbury welcomes travelers with a blend of urban energy and natural charm. The Leschenault Inlet and Kumbana Bay are havens for kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and dolphin watching, with calm, family-friendly beaches right near the city. The Bunbury Lighthouse, perched at the tip of Milestone Hill, offers sweeping coastal views and marks the gateway to the Indian Ocean. Then comes Busselton, where the iconic Busselton jetty stretches 1.8 kilometers into the calm waters of Gibb Bay. One of the longest wooden piers in the world, it's also the heart of a lively foreshore precinct filled with playgrounds, cafes, and twilight markets. Nearby, Shelter Brewing Company has become a favorite for sunset drinks, serving up craft beer and wood-fired fare with panoramic ocean views. Housed in a striking, light-filled building right on the foreshore, the brewery also offers behind-the-scenes tours where visitors can learn about the brewing process, sample seasonal releases, and soak in the vibrant, community-driven atmosphere that defines this coastal favorite. Drivers can also pause to explore parts of the Cape to Cape Track, a 135-kilometer coastal trail linking Cape Naturalist and Cape Leeuwin. Running along the coast, the Leeuwin Naturalist Ridge provides a dramatic natural backdrop to the journey. Even short sections of this iconic route reveal sweeping ocean views, clifftop lookouts, and seasonal wildflower displays. Just off the road, Injured Up Beach near Yallingup and its natural rock pools provide a scenic spot to swim in turquoise water surrounded by sculpted granite. A little further south, Canal Rocks features dramatic formations and sea channels, where a wooden footbridge gives panoramic views of the Indian Ocean's raw energy as it surges through narrow gaps in the rock. From here, the route curls into the Margaret River region, one of Australia's most celebrated wine and surf destinations. Over 100 cellar doors dot the landscape, offering tastings and estate experiences among rolling vineyards and towering karri trees. The coastline around Willowbrup is especially scenic, where rugged cliffs overlook powerful surf breaks and vineyard-dotted hills roll toward the horizon. Fraser Gallop Estate, nestled inland from the coast, is renowned for its precision winemaking and elegant single vineyard expressions of Cabernet and Chardonnay. The estate's Tuscan-inspired grounds and tranquil cellar door offer a refined, intimate experience, ideal for those seeking quiet immersion in world-class wine and countryside charm. After leaving Margaret River, Hamlin Bay offers another unforgettable stop, a peaceful stretch of beach where crystal-clear water laps against pale sand and friendly stingrays glide right up to the shoreline. These gentle giants are often seen in the shallows, especially in the morning, and make for an incredible close-up wildlife experience that's completely unique to this part of the coast. Rounding Cape Leeuwin, the meeting point of the Indian and Southern Oceans, the road passes two remarkable underground wonders, Jewel Cave and Mammoth Cave. These ancient limestone caverns, filled with towering stalagmites and delicate formations, are accessible via boardwalks and guided tours that showcase their deep-time geology and fossil history. Continuing southeast, the journey arrives in Augusta and enters the tall timber country surrounding Pemberton. Here, karri forests tower up to 75 meters high, some of the tallest trees on Earth. Adventurous travelers can climb the Gloucester tree, a towering karri once used as a fire lookout. Steel pegs spiral 53 meters up its trunk, leading to a lookout platform high above the forest floor. From the top, panoramic views extend across the vast karri canopy and the surrounding wilderness, offering a thrilling reward for those who take on the steep, open-air ascent. Continuing along the South Coast Highway, the region shifts into cooler climates and wilder coastlines. Before reaching Denmark, a detour to Walpole introduces travelers to the heart of the Southwest's old-growth forests. Here, the Valley of the Giants Treetop Walk offers a spectacular perspective, taking visitors 40 meters above ground through the upper canopy of ancient tingle trees. For a different perspective, travelers can join an award-winning WOW Wilderness Eco Cruise through the tranquil waters of the Walpole and Nornalup Inlets Marine Park. These locally guided boat tours blend immersive storytelling with spectacular scenery, from reflections of towering tingle trees to rare wildlife sightings and remote beaches only accessible by water. It's an engaging way to explore the interconnected landscapes that define this peaceful region. From Denmark to Albany, the drive takes on a dramatic tone as two of the route's most scenic waypoints come into view. In Denmark, a visit to William Bay National Park reveals some of the most tranquil coastal scenes along the route, from the calm turquoise waters of Green's Pool, protected by rounded granite boulders, to the swirling rock formations of Elephant Rocks, which resemble a herd of elephants bathing in the sea. After rolling out of Denmark, the journey hugs the coast toward Albany, where Torndirrup National Park, covering over 3,900 hectares, delivers one of the route's most powerful coastal encounters. Here, the Gap and Natural Bridge showcase the immense force of the Southern Ocean, as waves slam into granite cliffs sculpted over 1.5 billion years. A cantilevered viewing platform juts 40 meters above the sea at the Gap, giving travelers an unforgettable perspective on the raw energy of this ancient coastline. Just around the headland, Misery Beach offers a striking contrast, a secluded crescent of sand framed by rugged rock walls and named for its once grim whaling past, now transformed into one of Australia's most unexpectedly beautiful beaches. For hikers, the Bald Head Walk Trail provides a challenging but rewarding coastal trek. This 12.5 km return hike follows a narrow ridge of granite and sand dunes all the way to Bald Head, where sweeping views of the Southern Ocean and King George Sound make it one of the most dramatic coastal walks in the region. From Albany, the drive continues east to the coastal town of Bremer Bay, located near the western edge of Fitzgerald River National Park. This quiet outpost is a gateway to some of the most remote and wildlife-rich waters in the country. Between January and April, these deep offshore canyons become a global hotspot for orca encounters, with guided marine expeditions offering a rare opportunity to witness pods hunting in the wild. Back on shore, Bremer's beaches are a highlight. Long, uncrowded stretches of white sand meet clear turquoise water, ideal for swimming or simply soaking up the coastal serenity. The laid-back town atmosphere makes it a perfect base for exploring scenic walking trails, remote headlands, and the rugged beauty that defines this secluded stretch of the southwest edge. Further east lies the coastal jewel of Esperance, where some of the whitest beaches in Australia meet clear turquoise water. Esperance Bay curves gracefully around the town centre, with the iconic Recherche archipelago shimmering on the horizon. A short drive from town leads to Twilight Beach, one of Australia's most photographed beaches. Its crystal clear water, massive granite boulders, and gentle surf make it a must-visit stop on your adventure. For travelers looking to rest and recharge in style, Esperance Chalet Village offers a peaceful base just outside town, blending rustic charm with boutique comfort, ideal for soaking in the serenity of this coastal escape on your road trip. Just off the coast, Lake Hillier on Middle Island is a naturally pink salt lake, its surreal hue caused by the presence of Dunaliella salina algae. The stark contrast between the pink lake, white sand dunes, and deep blue ocean creates a stunning visual spectacle best appreciated from the air. Cape Le Grand National Park, covering more than 31,000 hectares, marks the final breathtaking stretch of the southwest edge. Towering granite headlands, sweeping bays, and vast coastal heathlands create a landscape that feels wild and cinematic. The climb to Frenchman Peak offers one of the most dramatic viewpoints of the entire route, a sweeping 360-degree panorama over the turquoise bays and rugged islands of the Recherche archipelago. Within the park, Lucky Bay is famous for its blindingly white quartz sand, formed from ancient granite erosion, and its friendly kangaroo population that lounges on the beach. Nearby, the granite slopes of Hellfire Bay and Thistle Cove are perfect for a swim or a peaceful picnic surrounded by untouched beauty. Before the journey ends, take a detour east to Duke of Orleans Bay, a secluded coastal escape framed by granite headlands and dazzling white sand. Known for its calm coves and electric blue water, it's the perfect place to reflect on the road trip you've just experienced, a journey through some of the most remote, beautiful, and soul-stirring landscapes in all of Australia. Number 6. The Pacific Coast Highway. Stretching over 1,400 kilometers from Brisbane to Cairns, the Pacific Coast Way is Queensland's signature coastal adventure, a vibrant road trip where sun-kissed beaches, lush hinterlands, tropical islands, and marine wonderlands all unfold along one unforgettable route. This journey weaves through bustling surf towns, sleepy seaside hamlets, and lush national parks, with every stretch offering something uniquely Queensland. Whether you're hiking through misty rainforests, sailing turquoise bays, or sharing fish and chips by the sea, this is a drive that celebrates the laid-back spirit and natural diversity of Australia's east coast. Departing from Brisbane, Queensland's capital city, the route begins with a short detour to Bribie Island, a unique blend of nature and coastal charm just over an hour north of the city. Connected to the mainland by bridge, Bribie is the only Moreton Bay island accessible by car, making it an easy stop for those craving beaches, boating, and bushland. The island's eastern shore fronts the open ocean with long stretches of surf beach perfect for 4WD adventures, while the protected western side borders Palmerston Passage, a haven for kayaking, fishing, and spotting dolphins or dugongs. Back on the road and heading inland, the Glasshouse Mountains rise dramatically from the landscape, ancient volcanic plugs formed over 25 million years ago, now surrounded by rainforest walks and panoramic lookouts. These striking peaks, including Mount Tibrogargan and Mount Biwa, hold deep cultural significance for the Gubbi Gubbi people and provide challenging summit hikes for experienced climbers. For a more accessible walk, the trail up Mount Nungan offers breathtaking views without the intense climb. Photographers and bushwalkers are drawn to the region for its open eucalypt forests, birdlife, and changing light across the peaks. Returning to the coast via the scenic Nicklin Way, the drive hugs the edge of Watala Beach before arriving at Alexandra Headland, affectionately known as Alex by locals. This easy-going beach town is popular for its mellow surf, sunrise walks, and relaxed seaside charm. A scenic path links it to Mooloolaba and Maroochydore, making it perfect for cycling, strolling, or catching the last light over the Pacific. Beachfront cafes and grassy picnic spots complete the experience, capturing the Sunshine Coast's signature blend of coast and community. Continuing northward, Noosa offers a stylish blend of nature and luxury, with a national park that hugs the coastline and a cosmopolitan village atmosphere. Walking the Noosa National Park coastal track is one of the best ways to experience the region, passing scenic cliff tops and secluded bays including Alexandria Bay, Tea Tree Bay and Little Cove. These tranquil beaches, ideal for a swim or a picnic break, and you'll often see surfers carving waves beneath the headlands at First Point. Noosa Spit Recreation Reserve, located near the river mouth, is a popular spot for paddleboarding, dog walking, or simply soaking in the views across Noosa Heads. Just beyond the headlands, the Noosa River winds through a network of estuaries, mangroves, and calm backwaters that offer a peaceful counterpoint to the ocean. Just beyond Noosa lies the southern gateway to Great Sandy National Park, a biodiverse landscape of shifting dunes, mirror-like freshwater lakes, and colorful sand cliffs. The Kalula Recreation Area offers 4WD access to the beach highway stretching all the way to Rainbow Beach and Fraser Island, passing by wind-sculpted headlands and tea tree-lined lagoons. These calm, tannin-rich lagoons are shaded by native vegetation and reflect the surrounding forest canopy, creating a serene and otherworldly atmosphere. At Rainbow Beach, a laid-back town perched on the edge of colored sands and turquoise seas, travelers can unwind or fuel up before heading further. The Carlo Sandblow is a must-visit, a massive dune system offering sweeping views over Tin Can Bay and Double Island Point, especially stunning at sunrise or sunset. Adventure seekers can paraglide from the edge, while others enjoy 4WD beach drives or horseback rides along the shoreline. Further north, Hervey Bay offers calm beaches, a peaceful esplanade, and the historic Urangan Pier stretching nearly 1 kilometer out to sea. From July to November, this is also one of the best places in the world to witness humpback whales up close, with eco-certified tours operating daily. Just offshore lies Kaigari, also known as Fraser Island, the world's largest sand island and a UNESCO World Heritage-listed natural wonder. Stretching over 120 kilometers in length, the island features towering rainforests that grow directly from sand, over 100 freshwater lakes, and ancient dune systems shaped by wind and time. Join a 4WD tour to explore the island's diverse terrain, with key highlights along 75 Mile Beach, including the rusted hull of the SS Maheno shipwreck and frequent sightings of wild dingoes trotting along the sand or resting in the dunes. Lake Mackenzie, with its soft white silica sand and crystal clear blue water, is one of the most iconic swimming spots in Queensland. Eli Creek flows gently through the forest, inviting visitors to float downstream, while the Champagne Pools offer a natural ocean spa experience, where waves bubble over volcanic rock formations into sandy pools. For those wanting to stay longer, Kingfisher Bay Resort provides an eco-conscious base with access to guided walks, sunset cruises, and immersive wildlife experiences. There are also a number of beachside campgrounds across the island that offer a more remote and rustic stay, perfect for watching the sun set over the ocean and falling asleep to the sound of the waves. Continuing through the central Queensland coast, the twin towns of Agnes Water and 1770 offer uncrowded beaches, calm coves, and access to the southern Great Barrier Reef. The town of 1770, named after Captain Cook's historic landing, is uniquely positioned on a west-facing headland, one of the few spots on the east coast where you can watch the sun set over the ocean. The surrounding area also offers peaceful bushwalks, scenic lookouts, and sheltered swimming spots, making it a relaxing and worthwhile pause on the journey north. Just north, Gladstone serves as a reef gateway to two of the southern Great Barrier Reef's most iconic coral cays, Heron Island and Lady Musgrave Island, both surrounded by protected lagoons teeming with marine life. Lady Musgrave's navigable lagoon spans over 1,200 hectares and is the only coral island on the outer reef with a protected anchorage, making it ideal for snorkeling, diving, and glass-bottom boat tours. The Lady Musgrave experience offers guided island walks and even overnight stays on a reef pontoon under the stars. Heron Island Resort, set within a national marine park, offers an immersive overnight stay where the reef begins right at your doorstep. It's a haven for snorkelers, divers, and wildlife lovers, with nesting turtles, colorful reef fish, and vibrant coral gardens just meters from the shore. From here, the road leads into Rockhampton, a historic inland city that straddles the Tropic of Capricorn. Known as the beef capital of Australia, Rockhampton blends its cattle heritage with elegant sandstone architecture and a revitalized riverside precinct along the Fitzroy River, perfect for a morning walk or relaxed dinner. Just outside town, Mount Archer National Park offers panoramic views from the Nuram Circuit elevated boardwalk, a 25-meter cantilevered lookout that stretches out over the escarpment. If you head east toward the coast, the laid-back town of Yeppoon offers oceanfront pools, beachside cafes, and family-friendly foreshore parks. It also serves as the departure point for ferries to Great Keppel Island, where 17 white sand beaches and crystal clear bays invite you to snorkel straight from the shore. Hike across the island's undeveloped trails, paddle through calm waters, or simply unwind on a beach with barely another soul in sight, a relaxed contrast to some of Queensland's more developed island destinations. Back on the Bruce Highway heading towards Mackay, a detour across the Pioneer River Bridge at Platypus Beach Marani brings you to the nearby hinterland of Yungala National Park, a misty rainforest plateau known for its dramatic escarpments and the best place to see platypus in the wild at Broken River. For those seeking stillness, Lake Toowoomba offers peaceful paddling and fishing in the quiet bushland surrounds. Beyond Mackay and closer to the coast, Cape Hillsborough National Park offers one of the most distinctive wildlife experiences along the route, particularly at sunrise when kangaroos and wallabies often gather on the tidal flats. The park features a mix of rocky headlands, volcanic formations, and short walking trails through coastal rainforest that lead to secluded coves, rock pools and scenic lookouts. It's a practical stop for early risers, photographers, and anyone looking to explore a lesser-known stretch of coastline. From here, the road winds into Airlie Beach, the lively gateway to the legendary Whitsundays, a chain of 74 dreamy islands scattered through the Coral Sea. Fringing reefs, forested hills, and turquoise waters define this tropical paradise, where sailing, snorkeling, and island hopping take center stage. Whitehaven Beach is a standout, with its swirling silica sands and impossibly clear water offering one of the most iconic beachscapes in Australia. Hill Inlet, viewed from the lookout on Whitsunday Island, reveals breathtaking patterns of tide and sand that shift with the seasons. Beneath the surface, the coral ecosystems burst with color and life, from sea turtles, manta rays and reef sharks to vibrant bommies teeming with fish. During the migration season from July to September, humpback whales pass through these waters. Visitors can set sail on overnight catamaran charters or join small group eco-cruises to explore lesser-known coves, reef lagoons, and uninhabited beaches. Whether you're paddling into a quiet cove, waking up to sunrise over glassy water, or snorkeling through Technicolor coral gardens, the Whitsundays offer a truly immersive reef and island experience that stays with you long after the road calls you north. Back on the road and heading north, Townsville combines a laid-back coastal lifestyle with a lively urban atmosphere. The city's waterfront promenade, the Strand, is a favorite for walkers, cyclists, and swimmers, offering palm-lined paths, parklands, and inviting oceanfront cafes. Rising above the city, Castle Hill provides sweeping views across Cleveland Bay and the surrounding landscape. A series of popular walking tracks lead to the summit, where sunset brings some of the most panoramic views on the route, a great reward for those who make the climb. Just offshore, Magnetic Island is a short ferry ride away, with more than half the island protected as national park. It's a rugged mix of granite headlands, eucalyptus forest, and pristine coves, home to one of the largest wild koala populations in northern Australia. The Fort's Walk leads to World War II bunkers with panoramic views, and koalas are often spotted dozing along the trail. Adventure seekers can hire a topless jeep to discover hidden spots like Arthur Bay and Radical Bay, or snorkel the self-guided underwater trail at Jeffrey Bay, where coral gardens and submerged relics await. whilst Horseshoe Bay is the island's adventure hub, perfect for kayaking, jet skiing, and sunset dining on the waterfront. Just south of Cairns, the Cassowary coast offers some of the most lush, tropical scenery on the drive, filled with hidden gems often overlooked by travelers. The route passes through the small towns of Tully, Mission Beach, and Innisfail, where sugarcane fields give way to rainforest-clad hills and winding rivers. Along the coast, the striking silhouette of Hinchinbrook Island comes into view, Australia's largest island national park, covering around 390 square kilometres. Mist-shrouded peaks rise sharply from the sea, surrounded by tidal estuaries and dense mangroves. Mainland viewpoints like Lucinda and Cardwell offer great views over the Hinchinbrook Channel, and seasoned hikers can tackle the Thorsbourne Trail, a challenging multi-day trek through untouched wilderness. Inland, Wallerman Falls plunges 268 metres in Girringan National Park, Australia's tallest single-drop waterfall, often shrouded in mist. Further north, Paranella Park delivers a fairy tale-like castle wrapped in rainforest and history, its moss-covered walls surrounded by koi ponds, arched bridges, and cascading falls built by Spanish immigrant José Paranella in the 1930s. Visitors can explore the romantic ruins and lush gardens by day, and stay for the nightly illumination, where the castle and surrounding forest are beautifully lit, adding a magical glow to an already atmospheric setting. Arriving in Cairns, the journey reaches its grand finale where two World Heritage wonders collide, the wet tropics rainforest and the Great Barrier Reef. Begin your rainforest adventure aboard the historic Kuranda Scenic Railway, winding through hand-carved tunnels and past waterfalls before stopping in the village of Kuranda. Then descend via the Skyrail Rainforest Cableway, gliding high above the canopy with views to the Coral Sea. Back in Cairns, the Esplanade Lagoon is perfect for a swim or sunset stroll before the final leg offshore. The journey reaches its final chapter with one of the world's most iconic natural wonders, the Great Barrier Reef. Stretching over 2,300 kilometers, the Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure on Earth, a breathtaking mosaic of coral atolls, sand cays, and vibrant reef flats visible even from space. Beneath the surface lies an extraordinary underwater world, home to more than 1,500 species of fish, 400 types of coral, sea turtles, reef sharks, giant clams, and even visiting wharf minke whales. The reef offers a kaleidoscope of color and movement, from shimmering parrotfish and graceful rays to swaying sea fans and coral gardens teeming with life. From Cairns, travelers can join day tours to outer reef pontoons, embark on liveaboard dive trips, or take scenic helicopter flights to iconic locations like Hart Reef. Snorkeling in shallow lagoons reveals thriving coral communities and schools of darting reef fish, while scuba divers can explore vertical drop-offs, swim-throughs, and bommies bursting with biodiversity. Every moment spent on the reef is immersive, awe-inspiring, and unlike anything else on Earth. And as the boat heads back toward Cairns and the reef fades into the distance, it's the perfect time to reflect on how far you've come. From the beaches and forests of the south to the reef-studded waters of the north, the Pacific Coast Way is more than a drive. It's a deep dive into the landscapes, wildlife, and stories that define Queensland's coast. Number 5. The Nullarbor Plain. Stretching over 1,200 kilometres from Ceduna in South Australia to Norseman in Western Australia, the Nullarbor Plain Drive isn't just a road trip. It's a rite of passage across one of the most remote and awe-inspiring landscapes on Earth. Meaning, no trees, in Latin, the Nullarbor is a vast, treeless expanse where endless skies meet an ancient limestone plateau, creating a surreal, horizon-dominated world that feels like driving across another planet. This route delivers the ultimate sense of freedom and scale, where straight roads seem to vanish into infinity, and every stop is a chance to uncover nature's extremes, from dramatic sea cliffs to hauntingly flat plains rich in indigenous history and fossilized secrets. The journey begins in Ceduna, a coastal outpost and seafood haven known as the gateway to the Nullarbor. Before heading west, a stop at the Ceduna Oyster Barn is essential, serving oysters freshly shucked from the local bays. It's one of the best tastes of the Eyre Peninsula's pristine waters. From here, the road leads to Penong, where a forest of windmills lines the horizon and coastal detours reveal some of South Australia's most rugged gems. At Cactus Beach, surfers tackle world-class waves against a backdrop of remote dunes, while Point Sinclair offers calm, crystal-clear waters perfect for swimming or snorkeling. A long, pastel pink jetty stretches out into the bay, where seals are often spotted sunbathing on the rocks and stingrays glide across the sandy shallows. With its protected waters and tucked-away location, it's a peaceful contrast to the wild surf just over the dunes and a favorite among travelers looking for a quiet, photogenic escape. Not far away, Fowler's Bay is a sleepy coastal village where towering sand dunes roll into the sea, and southern right whales pass close to shore during winter. Further west, the vastness begins to unfold. At the Nullarbor Roadhouse, travelers fuel up and reset beneath open skies. It's remote, welcoming, and utterly iconic. Not far from here, the landscape transforms into something truly spectacular. The Bunda Cliffs, a jagged limestone wall stretching over 100 kilometers along the edge of the Great Australian Bight. Towering up to 120 meters, these ancient sea cliffs were formed over 65 million years ago from compressed marine fossils and now plunge dramatically into the Southern Ocean below. From lookouts along the highway, the views are staggering, especially during the southern right whale migration between May and October. As the journey pushes deeper into the Nullarbor, the road reaches Eucla, a windswept stop near the WA border where the shifting sands slowly consume the ruins of a 19th-century telegraph station. Just beyond lies the Mundrabilla Roadhouse, offering fuel, meals, and a welcome pause in one of the most remote parts of the drive. Keep your camera ready. This stretch is known for sightings of wild camels roaming the open plains, a reminder of the desert's unpredictable character. Approaching the Western Australian interior, you'll hit one of the drive's most iconic markers, the 90-mile straight. Located near Kaiguna, it's Australia's longest stretch of perfectly straight road, a hypnotic ribbon of asphalt cutting through low scrub and endless sky, marked by a famous roadside sign. It's the kind of place that demands a photo stop, just to capture the sheer vastness of the outback. The final leg of the journey leads into Norseman, where red dirt gives way to forested granite hills. Climb Jimbalana Hill for panoramic views over the surrounding plains, or detour to Lake Johnston, a sprawling salt lake that glows under the afternoon sun, quiet, remote, and a fitting end to a legendary crossing. Whether it's the salty breeze in Ceduna, the silence of the open road, or the cliffs dropping into the wild Southern Ocean, every kilometre of the Nullarbor Plain Drive delivers a sense of scale and solitude that few places on Earth can match. It's not just a road, it's the ultimate outback experience, where nature dwarfs everything, and the journey itself becomes the destination. Number 4. The Savannah Way. Spanning over 3,700 kilometres from the Queensland coast to the Indian Ocean, the Savannah Way is Australia's most ambitious drive across the tropical north. Connecting Cairns to Broome, it cuts through 3 states and a cross-section of Australia's most diverse terrain. This is a route for well-prepared travellers seeking remote national parks, outback towns, geological landmarks, and cultural heritage sites, all strung along one continuous track from east to west. Leaving Cairns, the Kennedy Highway rises into the Atherton Tablelands, a fertile, elevated plateau known for its rolling green hills, rich volcanic soils, and cooler temperatures. Volcanic crater lakes like Lake Eacham offer early stops surrounded by rainforest. These still, circular lakes are ideal for a morning swim or a short walk beneath the forest canopy. Not far off, Mila Mila Falls provides one of the most photogenic scenes on the route, an 18-meter cascade surrounded by lush greenery that's easily accessed from the roadside. Continuing west along the Gulf Developmental Road, the route skirts the southern edge of the Gulf of Carpentaria and begins to dry out as you pass through Mount Surprise and into Indara Volcanic National Park. The lava tubes here, some over 20 meters wide and stretching for kilometers, were formed 190,000 years ago and are among the longest of their kind globally. A walking trail system provides access to collapsed sections and lava tube entrances. If you're up for a detour, turning south via the Forsyth Road toward Cobbled Gorge is more than worthwhile. This is one of Queensland's most unique geological formations, a narrow, steep-sided gorge carved into ancient sandstone. The gorge itself is only a few meters wide in parts and can be explored by boat or along a suspended glass bridge. The contrast between the vivid rock formations and the still waters creates an exceptional visual experience. Continuing west along the Wills Developmental Road, the route leads to Gregory and Budjamala National Park. Fed by freshwater springs, this narrow gorge cuts through red sandstone and supports a surprising belt of greenery. Canoeing reveals fig-lined cliffs and tropical vegetation in the heart of outback country. Crossing into the Northern Territory brings you to Mataranka in Elsie National Park, where thermal springs provide one of the journey's most comfortable stops. Bitter Springs, in particular, offers a clear, slow-moving creek ideal for floating beneath the palms, making it a welcome break after long stretches of open road. Continuing south on the Stewart Highway, the next major stop is Katherine, a logistical hub and access point for Nutmillik National Park, home to the Katherine Gorge system. The gorge consists of 13 segments carved by the Katherine River through sandstone over millions of years. Kayaking, cruising, or hiking the escarpment provides varying perspectives on the site. Continuing west, the Stewart Highway links into Kakadu National Park. Kakadu spans nearly 20,000 square kilometers of rugged escarpments, floodplains, wetlands, and savanna woodlands, a vast and complex landscape shaped by monsoon rains, dry season fires, and ancient geology. During the dry season, river levels drop and access improves, opening up 4WD routes to places like Gibb Falls and Twin Falls. Remote bush camping is available in parts of the park, while seasonal boat tours on the South Alligator River offer an excellent way to experience Kakadu's wetlands and wildlife. Short walks at Ubia and Norlangi lead to some of Australia's most significant Indigenous rock art, including ancient artworks dating back over 20,000 years. Crossing into Western Australia via Victoria Highway, the road enters the East Kimberley. Kununurra and Lake Argyle mark the start of this next phase. Lake Argyle, Australia's second-largest freshwater lake, is man-made but ecologically diverse. Further west, Marima National Park features dramatic sandstone formations with curved ridges and narrow passages, shaped by erosion over millions of years. These domes rise from the savanna just minutes from town. Just beyond, Elquestro Wilderness Park offers access to deep gorges, thermal springs, and panoramic lookouts over the Cockburn Ranges. Arriving in Pernalulu National Park, you're met with one of the most striking geological landscapes in Australia, the Bungle Bungle Range, a vast maze of beehive-shaped domes striped in orange and black. These domes, made of sandstone and shaped over 350 million years, are striped by dark crusts of cyanobacteria and orange layers of oxidized iron. Following the Great Northern Highway, the route continues northwest into remote Kimberley country. The road tracks past the winding Ord River, a lifeline through the Kimberley's rugged interior, and continues toward Halls Creek. This stretch is defined by vast red rock ranges, winding creeks, and open savanna. Occasional waterholes and dramatic escarpments break up the drive, offering a strong sense of the Kimberley's raw scale and beauty. South of here lies Wolf Creek Crater, one of the world's best preserved meteorite impact sites and the second largest of its kind on Earth. Nearly 900 meters wide and over 120,000 years old, it rises subtly from the surrounding plains. It's a place of cultural significance and woven into Aboriginal creation stories. Further along the Great Northern Highway, the journey reaches Fitzroy Crossing, a key junction on the Fitzroy River and a gateway to the Western Kimberley. The region is known for its expansive floodplains, limestone gorges, and seasonal wetlands. West of Fitzroy Crossing lies Camballen, a small but important service community that reflects the resilience of life in this rugged region. From here, the road continues toward Derby, one of the oldest towns in the Kimberley and a coastal outpost that signals the journey's final stretch. The mighty Fitzroy River can be explored by boat during the dry season, offering views of mangroves, bird life, and saltwater crocodiles. The final stretch of the Great Northern Highway leads into Broome, where red cliffs meet turquoise water and the Outback meets the sea. Cable Beach marks the end of the road with its famous camel rides and sunset views over the Indian Ocean. Nearby, Gontoom Point reveals sculpted red rock formations and dinosaur footprints exposed at low tide, while Roebuck Bay offers a peaceful place to reflect, the perfect spot to watch the sun go down on your Savannah Way journey. Number 3. The Red Centre Way. Winding through the beating heart of Australia, the Red Centre Way is a journey deep into one of the world's oldest landscapes, where desert ranges, sacred monoliths, and ancient waterways reveal the story of time itself. Starting in Alice Springs, this legendary route sets the tone with the West MacDonnell Ranges rising just beyond town. Carved over 300 million years ago by tectonic shifts and inland seas, these rugged ranges offer a dramatic gateway into the Outback. Driving west along Namatjira Drive, travelers reach Ellery Creek Big Hole, a cool, shaded waterhole between towering quartzite walls. Simpson Gap stuns with sheer cliffs and resident rock wallabies at dusk, while Glen Helen Gorge invites a swim in the Finke River, one of the oldest river systems on Earth, framed by cliffs glowing crimson in the afternoon sun. Just steps away, Glen Helen Discovery Park blends outback wilderness with lodge-style comfort, offering cabin stays, meals with a view, and easy access to the ranges. Ormiston Gorge follows, where ghost gums and deep swimming holes create a peaceful stop amid the dramatic landscape. From here, adventurers can continue west on the Mereenie Loop, but only with a permit that can be purchased online for $6.50. It's valid for 3 days from the date of purchase and allows access through Aboriginal land between Ormiston Gorge and Wataka. Alternatively, travelers can loop back to Alice Springs. For those returning, Finke Gorge National Park rewards with 4 WD tracks into Palm Valley, home to rare red cabbage palms found nowhere else on Earth. Nearby, Owen Springs Reserve offers guided ATV rides across dry riverbeds and rolling red dunes. In the industrial precinct of Sikoni, Ilja Jarrah, meaning many hands, is a not-for-profit art centre that celebrates the legacy of Albert Namatjira. It's the home of the Namatjira watercolour artists, where visitors can meet local painters, learn about their connection to country, and purchase original works that capture the vivid tones of Central Australia. Travelling south from Alice Springs, adventurers can drive down the Stewart Highway and across the Lassiter Highway to reach Wataka National Park and the breathtaking Kings Canyon, arriving at the same point they would have via the Mereenie Loop. Its towering sandstone cliffs rise over 100 meters, sculpted over 440 million years, with the rim walk offering views over the vast desert plains and the domed formations of the Lost City. The surrounding George Gill Range adds even more scale to the scene, while nearby Peterman, part of a vast indigenous protected area, offers a quieter, spiritual connection to country. Kings Canyon Resort provides a perfect outback stay with bush views and star-filled skies. Westward, the domes of Kakadu rise dramatically from the desert, formed from conglomerate rock and standing up to 546 meters tall. The Valley of the Winds walk here immerses you in the silence and scale of this sacred landscape. And finally, Uluru emerges, Australia's most iconic landmark. Standing 348 meters high and over 550 million years old, Uluru glows red at sunset and reveals sacred stories at every turn. A base walk unveils ancient rock art and waterholes, while cultural tours with Tali Wira offer deep insight into the spiritual meaning of this living land. Whether you're tracing ancient songlines, hiking between domes older than dinosaurs, or watching the sun sink behind Uluru with nothing but red earth and sky in sight, every moment on the Red Centre Way is a powerful reminder of Australia's timeless beauty and cultural depth. This isn't just a road trip, it's a journey through geological epochs, sacred sites, and living stories, where every stop adds another layer to the memory. And as the sun sets over the desert, casting its final blaze across this ancient land, the Red Centre lingers with you, glowing long after the road ends. Number 2. The Gibb River Road. Winding 660 kilometres through one of the most remote and ancient landscapes on Earth, the Gibb River Road is Western Australia's ultimate outback drive, a red dirt adventure that carves deep into the wild heart of the Kimberley. It's a journey defined by towering gorges, vast river crossings, Aboriginal cultural sites, and scenery forged over more than 1 billion years. Travellers often begin in Kununurra, with side trips that offer a powerful introduction to the region's ancient beauty. Lake Argyll, Australia's second-largest freshwater reservoir, is a favourite, its vast expanse dotted with islands and best seen on a sunset cruise through its flooded valleys. Nearby, Elephant Rock offers a panoramic view over the Ord River, where the rock itself rises like a giant sandstone sentinel above the water. Just south, Ivanhoe Crossing provides a classic 4WD splash through across a flooded concrete causeway, a rite of passage for Kimberley explorers. Those looking to explore further can detour to King River and Wyndham, where the outback meets the sea in a patchwork of tidal flats, mangroves, and remote fishing spots. Closer to town, Marima National Park is a compact wonder of striped sandstone formations and narrow canyons, with short trails that deliver sweeping views over a landscape shaped over hundreds of millions of years, a peaceful, otherworldly taste of the geology to come. The true journey kicks off at El Questro, where luxury meets wilderness at the iconic homestead, perched above the Chamberlain River. With just a handful of cliffside suites and open-air dining facing the gorge, it's a rare mix of exclusivity and immersion. Guests can soak in thermal springs, hike to hidden waterholes, or enjoy sunset drinks as the cliffs glow amber and wallaroos gather by the river. Just beyond, a short trail through palm-lined canyons leads to Emma Gorge, where a 65-meter-high waterfall plunges into a turquoise pool surrounded by sheer rock faces. Further west, Home Valley Station delivers panoramic views of the Cockburn Ranges and riverside camping under boab trees, with cultural walks and horseback tours offering insight into life on a Kimberley cattle station. The Pentecost River crossing is one of the Gibb's most iconic moments, a wide, croc-inhabited stretch of water with the towering Cockburn Ranges rising behind it, especially stunning at golden hour. Further northwest, Mitchell Falls delivers a breathtaking spectacle, a tiered, four-drop cascade flowing over rugged sandstone ledges in a remote pocket of the Mitchell Plateau. For those venturing beyond the Gibb by sea, True North Expedition cruises travel the Buccaneer Archipelago as part of their coastal itineraries, allowing guests guided exploration and scenic landings in places no road can reach, ending at the horizontal falls, where tidal currents surge through twin gorges in Talbot Bay, creating a natural phenomenon unlike anything else on Earth. Back on the track, Manning Gorge is a true outback highlight. Visitors swim across a wide river to access the trail to a dramatic waterfall flanked by ancient rock faces and Aboriginal art. Further along the route, Mount Hart Wilderness Lodge is a character-filled outpost tucked within the Wannerm and Millawundi Ranges. Once a working cattle station, it now serves as a remote retreat for travelers seeking 4WD adventures, bushwalks, and a genuine connection to the outback. Guests use it as a base to explore nearby gems like Bell Gorge, where a multi-tiered waterfall spills into a crystal-clear swimming hole surrounded by red cliffs and ancient rock formations. Further along, Windjana Gorge reveals towering limestone walls from an ancient Devonian reef, home to freshwater crocodiles and fossils embedded in stone, a hauntingly beautiful stop rich in both geological and cultural significance. To round out the final stretch, Birdwood Downs Station near Derby invites travelers to explore the open country on horseback, with guided rides through boab-dotted plains and savanna. And for those continuing all the way to the coast, Broome offers the perfect finale, a laid-back town where red dirt meets white sand and the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean. Here, you can unwind on Cable Beach, ride camels at sunset, and explore a rich blend of cultures shaped by the town's purling history. Whether arriving coated in dust or flying in from the wilds, Broome is the well-earned exhale at the end of the Gibb, a final breath of salt air after the raw intensity of the outback. From ancient gorges to ocean horizons, every moment along the Gibb River Road tells a story carved in stone, water, and time, a journey that leaves you changed by the land itself. Number 1. The Great Ocean Road. Carved along Victoria's rugged coastline, the Great Ocean Road unfolds like a cinematic masterpiece, offering towering limestone cliffs, pristine beaches, and lush rainforests at every turn. Stretching 243 kilometers from Torquay to Allansford, this legendary route showcases some of Australia's most breathtaking coastal scenery, where the relentless force of the Southern Ocean has sculpted dramatic landscapes over millions of years. Starting in Torquay, the surf capital of Australia, you'll find the world-famous Bells Beach, where towering waves attract elite surfers from across the globe. At Aries Inlet, the Split Point Lighthouse, perched dramatically on the cliffs, provides panoramic ocean views and a glimpse into maritime history. Further along, Point Addis is a quieter coastal gem with rugged clifftop walks and a prime spot for whale watching between May and October. In Apollo Bay, travelers can explore the Otway Rainforest, where ancient ferns, cascading waterfalls, and the treetop canopy walk at Otway Fly creates a lush escape. Meanwhile, those looking for unexpected wonders can visit the Californian redwoods in Beech Forest, a surreal, towering grove hidden in the heart of the Otways. Wildlife lovers can join Wildlife Wonders, an eco-tour offering the chance to see native animals in their natural habitat, including wallabies, echidnas, and colorful bird life, all while guided by conservationists. The region is teeming with wildlife. Look up among the eucalyptus trees, and you'll likely spot koalas lazily dozing in the branches, or for those eager to see kangaroos in the wild, the golf course in Apollo Bay is a surprising hotspot, where mobs of kangaroos graze peacefully at dusk. Further west, the 12 Apostles, colossal limestone stacks rising up to 50 meters above the sea, are the most iconic sight. Originally part of the mainland, these formations were gradually separated by relentless erosion, leaving only 8 standing today, constantly reshaped by the elements. Just nearby, Gibson Steps offers a rare opportunity to descend to the beach and stand at the base of these towering limestone monoliths, feeling the sheer power of the ocean up close. For those wanting an immersive hiking experience, Walk 91 provides guided and self-guided treks, leading adventurers along rugged coastal cliffs and secluded beaches, including the 12 Apostles region. Nearby, Lockhart Gorge, a breathtaking inlet with a tragic shipwreck history, adds to the magic, where towering cliffs enclose a golden sandy beach with crystal clear waters. Heading inland for a hidden gem, Tamboon Railway Shed Distillery is a must-visit for lovers of fine whiskey and local produce. Housed in a restored railway goods shed, this boutique distillery revives Tamboon's illicit whiskey-making past with smooth, small-batch single malts. Back on the coast, Basalt Winery, ideally situated in Killarney between Port Fairy and Warrnambool, provides a perfect stop to savor handcrafted cool climate wines while soaking in the coastal atmosphere. Further west, the charming seaside town of Port Fairy awaits, where heritage streetscapes, a working fishing harbour, and vibrant arts culture make it one of Victoria's most picturesque destinations. A stroll through the historic wharf precinct offers glimpses of the town's maritime past, while the walk to Griffiths Island leads to the striking Port Fairy Lighthouse. Not far from here, Budge Bim National Park reveals an ancient indigenous landscape unlike anywhere else. A UNESCO World Heritage listed site, Budge Bim tells the 6,600-year-old story of the Gunditjmara people, who engineered an elaborate system of stone channels and weirs to trap and farm eels, the world's oldest known aquaculture system. Guided tours with Gunditjmara traditional owners provide a deep insight into this remarkable history, where remnants of stone houses and lava flows paint a vivid picture of a thriving, sustainable way of life. Further west, Cape Bridgewater surprises with its rugged beauty, home to towering sea cliffs and a colony of over 1,000 Australian fur seals, best experienced on a Seals by Sea tour, which gets you up close to these playful marine creatures. Whether cruising along dramatic bends, standing in awe of nature's raw power, or spotting Australia's iconic wildlife in its natural habitat, the Great Ocean Road is an unforgettable journey of discovery, where every stop is a postcard-worthy moment waiting to be captured. Subscribe today and discover more with Oz Escapes.